welcome back. This is the Broad Vlog. We're going to take a slight detour from the self-care content and talk about something that's been in my DMs for quite some time. Hey Broderick, what is the best way to get into fashion? How do you become a model? My career has been so special and so amazing. Some of you have been following me from being a fashion model. Some of you have seen me on TV. Vogue magazine, all that good stuff, and the list goes on. I'm not here to talk about my credentials. This process of me getting where I'm at in my career, it has not been the easiest thing. I've gone through so many hurdles, and so many times I wanted to quit. So many times I felt like I wasn't cut out for it, and it's a lot, especially being a black model. Here's my 10 pieces of advice that I went through and that I'm gonna give to you guys on how to become a successful model. Do not quit your day job, yet at least. Don't do what these old books be saying, like, oh, jump and quit your day job and throw everything away and just dedicate yourself to this. You might end up right back where you started. My best piece of advice when you're first starting out, do not quit your day job. Stay exactly where you're at. Take baby steps, and then when you get a little breathing room, then quit your day job. Don't go jumping into this industry thinking after your first photo shoot, you're gonna start making $1 million. It can work like that, but most of the time it doesn't. Somebody somewhere probably told you that you have a beautiful face, or you're tall, or you have a nice build, or whatever, and that you photograph very well, which is great, but you have to have the right photos to give yourself justice. So to start off, if you do have a few candid shots, that's great and everything. The best thing you could probably do for yourself is not spend hundreds upon thousands of dollars on investing in photos to get your right photograph. You're just getting started. Go outside, grab one of your friends, take a few candid photos on your iPhone. Try to figure out your angles, see what looks good, see what, your reactions that you're getting from your friends or on social media. Which brings me into my next subject, finding the right photographer. Okay, so now once you've found your rhythm and you've figured out how to photograph and you kind of have a nice little set of photos to get photographers to want to shoot you, finding the right photographer can be a little tricky. Try to figure out what direction you want to go in terms of finding a photographer. If you're shooting a headshot, if you're doing fashion, if you're doing commercial, they might do good work, but they might not be the right work for you. Ask for references, ask around before working with any photographer. Don't just go and just start paying somebody to take your photos. If all goes well and you find the right photographer, make sure you know what you're trying to capture and what you're trying to get, because the next thing you're gonna do with those photos is get representation. Let me tell you, finding representation when I first started, oh God, listen, way back when I started, there was only about maybe 3 or 4 black boys on the board. And this is like, 8, 9 years ago before social media. Like, it was hard to get signed as a black model because they weren't, no clients were hiring black models, and no agency was trying to look for black models because they were deemed as unmarketable back then. Now black is in, so it's a lot easier to get signed. You really just want to go in with your best self. So once you get your proper photos and you get, your book going and you have a variety of pictures of headshots, full body, all that kind of stuff, take it to a proper agency would be your next step. However, a lot of people don't know about how to get representation. Some people go through emails, sometimes you can go through word of mouth, sometimes you go to an open call. My personal advice, if you're trying to find representation, is walking into the agency, asking for the board director, and talking to them face to face. Say, hey, my name is so-and-so, here's my book, I'm looking for representation. Letting people see you face to face plays a much bigger role and a crazier impact than submitting an email or, saying, hey, go to my Instagram. Don't do that. Finding representation, it kind of goes hand in hand with this one. This one is finding your market. A lot of times, if you're having trouble finding representation, it could be because of where you're at, okay, location-wise. You have to go where your market fits, also where you fit the bill. You can waste a lot of time in this industry trying to find a way to fit in a market that you don't belong in. My personal experience, my first market that I got signed in was in Miami. I did not work for over 1.5 years being signed in Miami until I went over to Milan. I went to Milan, I lived in Milan for a second, I walked one show out there. That one show got me the Sierra video, and then after that, I got signed in New York, and then my career blew up in New York City. But I had to kind of hop around different markets, and I'm from LA. I didn't work a single bit in LA when I first started. So my advice to when you are trying to find representation is also finding the proper market that fits you where you're trying to find representation in. Try anywhere. The three major markets are LA, New York, Miami, and Chicago. Then you have overseas, you have London and Paris, and then a few other cities, around the globe. There's so many ways to find representation, but do not just confine yourself to one place. I'm about to vomit before I touch on this subject. The next thing I'm going to talk about is social media. I personally hate social media. Instagram and stuff became a prominent thing about, being booked in this industry. I literally rejected it. I had to be convinced and pushed to post and share more. So I made, fun of the situation, so I would more so post like funny bullshit stuff, but I didn't take it seriously. But learning how to use social media is going to play probably, honestly, in today's world, I hate to say it, the biggest factor in getting booked and probably finding your next opportunity, because social media has become such a huge part of the industry that clients don't even really care about half the stuff they used to care about. They used to care about the tear sheets. They used to care about the latest campaigns. Some clients just want to know how many followers you have, unfortunately. So I'm not saying go off and go try to gain a bunch of millions of followers. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying market yourself accordingly and authentically on social media, so when clients do go to your page and they see what you're posting, you're represented properly, and you come across a nice, genuine person who's also beautiful, charismatic, and will bring a lot of greatness to the brand. So market yourself very diligently and very carefully if you're using social media like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you're like me, you can troll a little bit. Study the industry to a T. Find out what clients are looking for, what's in, what's hot. Watch runway shows that you're not in, and just continue to study. Open magazines. Find out more inspiration and different things that you could possibly be doing. Try out different looks. Sometimes even changing your hairstyle can make a completely bigger difference than just trying to stay in one look. You have to study yourself. You have to study the market. You have to study what's going on in the agencies. You gotta really know what's going on. So study everything that is around you as you go about this business, because it will not only help you book your next job, but it will keep you relevant, because you'll always know what's going on. I would say a smooth, maybe 85% of my success has come from keeping relationships, whether it's been with clients, managers, agencies, my agents. People tend to move around, it's a very shifty industry, so you never know who's going to end up where or who's going to end up doing what. The best thing you can do as an artist is to keep a very good relationship with people that you meet along the way, because you never know when they're going to give you your next opportunity. Don't burn no bridges. This is investing in yourself. My biggest piece of advice I can give any of you, or to whoever is watching this: do not blow your money. It takes hella long to get paid in this business. Most of the time, 95% of the time, it takes 90 days to get a check. Do you know what it's like to do a job and get paid 3 months later? I done forgot about the job. I done forgot I even did the shit. You have to be able to give yourself leeway to, live and kind of be able to chill and be okay. You might need a new photo shoot. You might need to go fly to a different market to be there for a while. Don't blow your check on just bullshit. Enjoy your life, enjoy your career, and don't be a dummy with your money. Being seen, going out to different events, different charities, being out in public. A large part of being a public figure is being public. So go out to events, go out to parties, go to different things where people can actually see you in real life. And honestly, sometimes people get a much better respect for you when they actually do see you in real life. And yeah, it'll really help you further your career over just being, you know, at home. I'm telling you this because I'm a homebody. I really do hate going out, but I do know that when it is time to go out and be seen, it does, you know, do me justice. So get out there and let people see your beautiful face. My final piece of advice: be patient. You might not end up on a Vogue cover your first 3 weeks. You might not book a campaign your first year. It takes time. My patience when I first started was so thin. I did not want to wait. I wanted to rush towards everything, and along doing that, I ended up messing up a lot of opportunities because I was rushing and I wasn't being patient. I wasn't going along the process the right way at all. Best piece of advice I can give to anybody who's starting out is be patient with yourself. Do not go rushing to shoot with the next available photographer. Do not rush into signing with an agency. Do not rush into just taking whatever opportunity comes. I had to learn that the hard way. If you exercise patience and really take your time and learn the industry, study your space, study your market, study wherever you're trying to go, plot your next move, take it slow and easy, you're going to have a very, very long career, and it's going to be a good one too. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my 10 ways I became a successful model. I hope that it benefited anybody who's watching this video. Please share the video with anybody who might want to start, who, you know, needs some insight. I really do hope this helped, but this is genuinely my ways that I found beneficial to keeping myself a good career. I've enjoyed my career. We've got a lot of great things happening. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I thank you guys for supporting the Broad Vlog. We have much more content coming soon. Take care, much love, stay safe, and God bless.